I'm speaking from the physical points of view, but there is a part of me that is answering the questions and moving on the other level. And I'm getting a little bit of that feedback through this. Mm-hmm. So that means my words are going to make no sense because I'm going to have multiple conversations and things happening at once. And it's going to sound like I'm on drugs. This path that we have entered into, the removing of the whispering ones from all time existence, as this ripples through, the mandala will become, it will, yes, ripple. There will be ripples. A ripple will go through, and then another ripple, another ripple. Each time the rippling, it will bring us more in line with the divine mandala and the divine mandala that emanates from the heart of God. That which you envisioned and set upon this course is going to be naturally unfolding. We can explain it in this way. If a tree is planted with the idea, or let us say that a person comes to a field, a large field, many acres, say 30, 40 acres of fields, but there are no trees in the field. And so they go into the field and they intersperse in different places in the field. They put a few bunches of trees, maybe like 3 or 4 kinds of trees here, 3 or 4 kinds of trees there, but they cannot plant the entire 30 acres. It is too much. So they get, like, say, 30 seedlings, and they plant them around, but they plant them in groups of 3 and 4 in different places in the field. And they pull back and nurture. As those trees grow, they will put out their own seeds and seedlings. And birds will come and it will fill up on its own. This pattern of growth and moving out, that which was the creative thoughts and dreams of God's heart are like those seedlings. You have put them out, and then they will grow on their own, and they will put out seedlings, and it will fill up all of creation. These ones have been going in and poisoning the trees, cutting down the trees, putting up walls to discourage growth. They have been distorting the grand mandala systematically. By removing the walls and the poisons, the trees of the grand mandala, this is an illustration, but it's actually the dreams. The dreams of the grand mandala will naturally ripple out until we become that which we shall become. And we create our own, I will use the illustration of diverse forest. It is not going to be a matter of necessarily going in and changing, but returning to that what it was, and the healing will come about naturally. I am still unclear as to how that is going to play out in the most distorted of places. Not as distorted places have been profound.
There is one thing we can see happening in the physical now.
Yes.
In the timeline.
Yes.
People will get healthier quicker.
Okay.
I mean, they'll return to a healthy state very quickly. from where they are now.
Okay. They have been artificially maneuvered to be in this state. They could not have humans live too long of a lifetime, because the longer they live, the more they would understand and the more they would buck against the system and not go along with it anymore. So they had to make sure that as they got to the point of figuring things out, they would be too weak and then quickly die off.
Mm-hmm.
And they could always have a bunch of young, naive ones who they would, through their systems
Of forgetting.
Systems of forgetting, and also the teaching systems, whether it is through the religions or the schools or the society, when young ones, when humans, when they were teenagers, they would always try to buck against the system, because they still have been able to manage to hold on to some of that which that they had when the knowledge and knowing that they had when they were young.
Yes.
And they still hold on to some of that. And then finally, when they become teenagers, they finally have some physical size on themselves to be able to push back against those which were pushing on them. But the systems have been designed and put around them such that any of the teenagers that would not quickly conform were ousted from society in one way or another.
Yes.
And they have constructed this in a way to always keep them in this small, naive slave state, not allowing them to grow and be stronger and wiser. And they kept them strong enough to do the work that they wanted them to work them for, but not healthy, not allowing their minds and their divinity to grow. They kept that stifled.
Yes.
So
what you saying was the dream part of having them just know how to grow food?
yes.
That wouldn't have worked before?
Mm-hmm.
Now it will.
Okay. It is not just the knowing how to grow food, it is that the food could grow. They have put so many poisons into the earth and treated earth with such a horrible way
that's going to be changing too.
That the foods could not grow, and those who had knowledge as to how to work with the food and what you could eat and how you could eat and how you could prepare it, that knowledge has all been removed from those on earth at this time. There are very few that maintain it, and they would quickly undermine that knowledge.
That's one of the things that's going to be restored.
Things are going to be changing for the benefit of all.
That works.
Be in wonder, because these ones were so, and they always took out the most beautiful of ones.
Yes.
They took out the most beautiful of ones, and now the most beautiful of ones are
coming back.
And this is a good thing.
Yes.
This is a good thing.